actually go live. It says I'm offline. Don't lie. It's lying. Here I am. Okay. So, this is Van Gogh, who has one good ear and one crunched ear. And he decided that he wanted to join me today in my streaming. So hopefully you're watching Jay Hart yesterday, his 12-hour stream, and he did another one earlier today for the charity Second Life. And I donated some money, but I'm not sure that the sale went through because their site was getting DDoS attacked because, of course, what else do you do? Oh my goodness. Here we go. Get disconnected 400 times. So yeah, of course, what else would you do to a children's charity that's having a day where all of the streamers are, you know, supporting them and giving all of their money to a charity? You attack it, of course. What else would you do? Because that makes sense. Jerks. So again, once again, ZOS is giving me issues and I am starting from the beginning. The other thing I did yesterday is I took a bit of advice and I was wearing an outfit that, oh, Path E Hope, thank you for the follow. I was wearing something a little more revealing than I normally do. And I did not feel comfortable with it. So I guess that just ain't me. I apologize for anybody who got their hopes up that I was going to be showing massive boobage because it doesn't seem like it. Okay, so today, what I'd like us to do once I actually get online, hold on, let me put something as a placeholder until we get there. I did do some exploration yesterday to get us some more screenshots should things be, you know, screwed up again. I have plenty. So let's pick a pretty picture. And this is not it. Here is a pretty picture. And I will hopefully get it. Gosh, there you go. See it? All right, so that was me checking out someone's house for ideas. Okay, I'm gonna turn off almost everything because when I start seeing problems like this, I have trouble even getting into the game with most of my add-ons. So all I'm going to have on now are things that are going to help me with the stream, and I'll turn off everything else because, like, I don't need Harvest Map or Master Merchant even. I don't need. Just turn them all off and we'll just do housing. Why the heck not, right? Today has been crazy for me already. I got up, I had guests all weekend. I wasn't a fan of that. And then after they left, I had NaNoWriMo, so National Novel Writing Month, that I had a certain number of words that I had to do. So I got that in. I still have work to do if I want to, you know, like real job work. And then after that, I should probably finish one of the quest lines in here because I can't get certain furnishings until I do it. I don't know. I should probably put on some music. It's entirely too quiet here, but I'm not sure. It could be really distracting. Yeah, so BMW is a guild that I am in. Their name stands for Black Market Wares, and they have a Halloween contest that just finished yesterday, and in it they awarded prizes to people for houses, and I entered. I did not win. I am perfectly okay with that. Um, my Halloween house was by no means a really traditional Halloweeny house, you know? All right, so let's see. We're going to go look at. Oh, goodness. She didn't say what particular house it was, but we're going to have to see. We'll go to primaries and see what happens. The first one belongs to Trube S. So let's do that. I've not seen these because it wasn't like a group vote like DDA usually is. Instead, it was a vote by just the leaders of the guild and what they liked. So I don't know what people preferred here and what they didn't. And it's hard to say. So we're going to find out. What do they like? And I don't really mind if no one's watching. Let me see, because I know you guys watch later. All right. So we're going to the Goranir, which suggests that it's going to be a big Halloween house. I realize the Halloween is over, but Halloween is never truly over in your heart. Not what I expected. Wouldn't have expected a very spring-looking Halloween house, but it does have the scary green poisony look. Interesting. I feel like this is going to tell a story. Oh, there's the first sign of creepy. Skeleton buried into the face. And then I guess there's a maze here. Oh, goodness. I hate mazes. Wow. Am I going in circles? I hope not. I hope this is just a windy path and not an actual maze, because you'll never see me again if it's an actual maze. It'll be many months from now, and all you will find is a skeleton. How am I supposed to see the house if... Maybe this is the house. I don't know. There must be one in the middle. Like this. Oh, this is annoying. Here's the one problem with mazes, folks. If you do a maze, it's often difficult to ensure that your person is smart enough to do them. I'm gonna look like that skeleton guy soon, I think. I think I'm back at the start. Oh my goodness. Let me check to see that there is even... I hope that there is even an exit, or is this just all that it looks like? Because I don't know. Oh, I don't know. All she put up were the winners. And I guess this one didn't win. Maybe they never made it to the house. Like me. You know? But it's a good idea if he's able to, he or she is able to do it properly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not good at this. So we could go left and we can go right. So we can go right and then down. And this is the entrance again, I'm thinking. And this is the edge. And this goes to nothing. So we gotta go this way. This was the way I came up. Go down here. And then, is this a dead end? Oh goodness. All right, folks. I can't do mazes. So this was not a good house for me to be able to find my way in. I'm sure it's lovely. Unless maybe it's supposed to be like a dead end. Maybe you're not supposed to actually make it, but Goranir's pretty big, so I'm kind of surprised that if that were the case, that they would only use just this portion, you know, maybe I'm just an idiot and don't know how to do this. I'll give it one last chance here, and if I can't do it, I resign. Yeah, I can't do this. And in fact, I'm just getting lost even looking around, you know. I found something. I found my way in! Yay! I hope I didn't scare anyone with the yelp. It was just so unexpected. I don't know how I did that. Oh my goodness. Path eHope subscribed. Wow, thank you. I am kind of touched that anyone would subscribe. Wow. Wow. There's a problem here, guys. I think this room is not so normal. Somebody's really messing with directional stuff here. In that, you know, you don't know which way you're turning. And then when you finally do, you don't know what's up and what's down. Oh my goodness, am I really that far behind? No. Okay. So I'm surprised there's no shale here, first of all. And secondly, this is going to be a trap. Because it always is. Is that the start again? That's the start again. Oh, that's just wicked mean. Wait, what's going on? Why am I sinking into the ground? I should be on solid ground here. That's odd. It's no FX. I wonder why I'm able to sink into stone. Oh, I know why. Normally you can't put anything up against an entrance like this. So here's a good learning moment. A good teaching moment. You know how you can't put anything up against an entrance? I'll show you exactly how to do this, should you be interested. Because since my stream is supposed to be for builders, I suspect I should be doing a little bit of building. So normally you can't put anything by the door. It gives you a big error, it turns red, and it says you can't put any furnishings by the door. Well, in a house as small as, for example, Hammer Death Bungalow, that really cuts into things, especially if you want a rug or a carpet or something by the door. So what do? Well, once again, we turn to our friend Cardi in the Essential Housing Tools, and I will show you how to do it. Basically, here you are, okay, because I did the same thing in this house. And the reason why you couldn't walk through it in that house was because it's kind of, sort of, not really there. It's hard to explain. But anyway, so in EHT, you would click build, right? You pick your building selection. Now, hopefully you've already gone into controls, which are here, and you set a keybind for Essential Housing Tools to select an item. For me, I used this / some other things here. So you have to be in building mode, so F5 it, and then what you do is you use your selection one, and then you can just move it anywhere you want. Now normally you couldn't do this. You couldn't be this close to this door. It would give you a huge error, right? Wouldn't it let you do it? Just hit X and you've done it. That's as simple as it is. So all you've done is, now let's try doing it the normal way, right? See the error? You cannot place furnishing by the entrance. That's how you get around it. That would be how you can always put stuff at the entrance of a house, even if they tell you you can't. Hello! I have less sweet rolls showing today. I decided to go less sweet rolly, Philgo. Um, but I was just showing people how to get around entrance stuff. And that would be our first house that we looked at. So we're going to look at the second house, the second Halloween house from BMW. We should have done a contest in Unicornsville. That would have been fun. Tiresias. I don't know how to spell this name. Okay. Tiresias. Character not found. Karen can't spell. Tiresias. Oh, Lord. Oh, yes. Okay. So let's hope he didn't change their home. They didn't change their home. You know, my husband made us sweet rolls once from the cookbook. Oh my God, they're so good. I would be huge. I would eat them every day. I couldn't live in real life Skyrim because I would be buying one every day and eating it for breakfast. And then maybe for dinner and dessert. And I would be huge. But the good thing about food in Nern in general is, as of yet, I don't think they have pizza. So I probably wouldn't be as huge as I otherwise would be. They do have coffee though. So we got snugpod here, I think. Yeah. This is probably snugpod. Snugpod. Okay. Nice tiny house. Always good for a nice little compact build that you can stick a ton of items in this house. Oh, the auger. Say something to me, auger.
I see you as you are now, as you were before you were born, as you'll be after you're dead, all at once. You're an adorable baby, mate. This charming as a corpse.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Really needed to know that. So, spooky stuff like that. I like the use of the centered rock. I love the texture of the centered rock, especially with the fact that this house has such a textured walls. And they really went with it. So it looks like a Bosmer died, and they tied him up. I'm surprised they didn't eat him. This seems to me almost like a wake. Like people are here or supposed to come here and remember the life of said person. Although this is a little, I guess, Bosmer are a little bit creepy. They eat each other. It's gross. So, well, there's a chandelier. That's actually really interesting. I just took a screenshot of that because, wait, let me do it with my UI open. Because whoever thought to do a meat chandelier? And who is that trying to be luring something? Like one of these animals? Yeah, I think that's probably the creepiest portion of this house. I'm a little grossed out, which is good. It means they did their job, right? So then the next one is Teo Amodi. Teo Amodi. Nice quick one here. Teo Amodi. If I could spell, it would be a lot faster. I can't spell. I do this how many times? All right, so this is an example of my arthritis problems, is that I can look at something and then 2 seconds later, it's gone. Or not even 2 seconds. Like, what did I do? I flipped between one screen to the next, lost it. Couldn't remember what I was looking at in the, so that sucks. Anyway. So I'm thinking about contacting one of the charities that I am kind of related to in a way and doing a charity stream for them one day closer to Christmas. Maybe I could work something out with Zoss, even though I'm not a featured streamer. I suppose they probably will say no, but who knows. Okay, we're in Glenumbra, so my guess is we are in the exercise. Yep, that's actually pretty clever. I haven't seen anyone do that yet. And you'd think that with all of the Halloween houses we've seen, that somebody would have put the web right up front, so that's the first thing you see. That's really smart. This is also very interesting. I'm starting to get like J Heart, like J Heart, and seeing things, seeing stories when I walk into places, and maybe that's just because I'm writing more. Um, Interesting. But yeah, I'm finding stories wherever I turn. What is going on here? I like that ghost chicken. I got it too. It makes me happy. So something is happening and it's very gross, whatever it is. And it reminds me of my house for Christmas, which is there's something terrible going on. And but who would store their treasure all in one place unless, ooh, somebody's collecting dead people for some nefarious reason. Oh, as if there's a non-nefarious reason to collect bodies, other than I suppose dissection for education. Um, wow, what is going on here? It's like a bear skeleton climbing up and down the tree, eating heads, who happen to be wearing helmets. Very creepy. Not sure what it means. Not sure it matters. Hey, that doesn't it look like the house sort of has horns? That's a clever idea. I haven't seen anyone do that. Maybe a little bit of a face. If you look at the Daedric eyes, like the Daedric candle eyes, you can kind of see a face. And here we go. Wow. Okay. So it's just really a really creepy person who lives here, and oh, I love this beholder. I should have gotten it. But I don't want to spend real money on it. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I think that's what's going on. It's just a really creepy bad person who likes to grind people up into bone mash for some reason. Maybe they're selling it, and then keep all of their protect all of the ill-gotten gains with a spider. I haven't put up that I am streaming anywhere. I probably should, so that people know. Honestly, like the truth is that I'm so shy about it that I'm afraid to let my guilds know a lot of times when I'm streaming. But I should do it. I shouldn't be such a big old wimp. Oh my goodness, people are telling me, okay. People are telling me to go check out this house, check out that house, and I could. I could very much check out houses after I'm done um, doing these BMW houses. Okay, DDA, got general chat, and then guild fam, Twitchcraft. All right, let's see. I mean, I get nervous about this kind of thing. Part of me wants to stream and part of me doesn't. Part of me is just scared. But so yeah, this is actually one of the better homes, the Halloween homes that I've seen, and I think it's got a little bit of a story going on, but it's also unique. It has certain things that I haven't seen in other places. So let's go to the next one, which is mine. No, let's not do mine. Audio Mommy. I don't know who that is, but we're going to find out. As far as I know, there's only one person who we've already reviewed, which is Skullord, who entered this one. So we're not going to do Skullords because I've already done it in a separate stream and spent a lot of time on it. So we're going to stick to this. Anyway, so NaNoWriMo, anyone else doing it? Because I'm writing my Civil War zombie story, and I'm up to, as of today, like 5,300 words. I think that's what we're supposed to be at. I'm hoping that's what we're supposed to be at. And, the first day was the hardest. It's getting easier, which I guess I should have figured, that would be the way it would go. But I was sort of shy about it because I didn't realize that you're allowed to be as kind of crappy at it as you want. It's like I want to create a almost a finished piece almost. I want it to come out like a fully grown baby out of me. You know what I mean? Like Zeus gave birth from his head into a fully grown which one did? It was like it's wisdom, so probably Athena? I don't know. Anyway, so that's kind of sort of what I'm getting at is that I don't know. I'm getting my myths all mixed up, and as I get worse with my illness, I just get less and less able to keep track of things. Stuff gets confused in my mind, so be gentle, be kind to me because it's not on purpose. So they look like they used the hemists of the Hagfen over here in a very interesting place. It's like one little spot by the water. So are they trying to hide something in particular? And you've got Clavicus Vile. I did not know that the Clavicus Vile statue came in full size. I thought it was a little itty bitty one. But that's something good that I might want to get in the future if it comes around again. Malakath. Creepy trees with more witch stuff going on. So somebody's practicing a little witchcraft back here. Which house is this? This is Strident. I'm appreciative nobody changed their stuff yet. This is that disgusting zombie horse. And this just looks like an evil steed. So very creepy stuff. And I kind of wish that we had all been able to look at other people's homes while the contest was going on. It wouldn't have really meant anything because you never know when the judges are going to look and whatnot. But this stuff is so interesting to me. It's really the only thing that I'm still interested. The bacon horse, Ixie, it's gross. It's gross. Gross, gross, gross. So this is a less creepy house, on the inside. The outside was very gross, all sorts of stuff going down. Who knows really what it is, but Ferrari, buy my crap. Nope, I need both of those. But the inside seems more like a normal inn, so I feel like she can switch things back. She or he can, well, it's a she because it's a mommy. I'm hoping they could switch things back to their crafting house and make it a little less scary and pretty easily once they remove the outside stuff. So this is a really more sedate interior for the totally creepy, scary outside. So I like it. It's a little bit of both. Anelium, another home that I do not know the person. I'm ashamed I don't know all of these guild members of mine, but I don't. But yeah, what I was saying is housing is the last thing that I'm still into in this game because between the connectivity problems and what they've done to trading, it's a bummer. They're really killing it for me, and I don't mean that in a good way. They're killing it in a bad way, and I hope that they knock it off because I would really like to get my add-ons back. I would really like to be able to buy things the way I used to. And, holidays always are rough for selling and purchasing because when you go around if you want to flip, everything is filled up already with, stuff from the event. And, you don't always want that. You don't always want, your 50 millionth, I've been here in July, in the 50 millionth time of your Dremora thing. It's like, okay, I have enough now. I don't need to buy a zillion more. So it's kind of annoying. This does seem vaguely familiar to me, but I'm going to zoom out a little bit so that I don't get lost again. Butterfly bush. Interesting to have a nice little cheerful aspect in here. This otherwise spooky and creepy forest that I would never want to walk through. Terrifying. Well done, though. I mean, the overgrowth looks actually quite natural. It looks like it would actually look, I suppose, out in the woods. And then the spider web over some forgotten dead bodies, which you would think would smell bad, but you know, maybe they don't. Maybe it's been too long and they don't smell bad anymore. So, and also, who's out here normally? That's the question. So this is interesting because this didn't work for me. I had Mists of the Hag fan with these black tendrils, and they actually didn't look right together. So this person seems to have to put them end to end instead of on top of each other, and they look better. Here's a pumpkin. And, oh, something's trying to kill me. What is trying to kill me? Ah! Some sort of plant tried to kill me. That was well done. Eek! Death trap! Well done. How did this not win? Good death traps. Unexpected. Very well executed. Couldn't see him coming. Just really good. Crunching people underneath a wheel. Yum. Wow, this is a really gross room. Which is good, because, you know, Halloween. Yeesh. I think I'm going to leave now. The next one is Akane Tara, who is a very clever and funny person. And a very good Gilby. There. They left it open. Good. Akane is a little bit on the shy side, so I wouldn't be surprised if she had locked it down. Autumn's Gate. This could be very autumnally scary. So I do have more houses for the rich and not so famous, but I think we're going to stick with, you know, this is a guild that's in Rolka, and they're a very nice trade guild and very nice people should you wish to join. I know it's hard to get into guilds these days, trade guilds, because so many of them are shutting down. I have seen this. I did like this house. This house was funny. I think I, in fact, previewed it for Akane. I believe that they asked me to come see it. And there were a couple of things going on with this house that I really liked. First of all, check out those hanging cages on the trees. That really adds something. I don't know what it is, but it's really well done. Like, I haven't seen anyone else do it. Usually those trees have nothing in them and they're kind of boring to look at. The second thing is putting the trees on the house at all is an interesting yet believable thing, given how these houses are just so much vegetable matter in the long run. Then it's got eyes, essentially. By putting the green lights behind each of those trees, it makes the house look like it has eyes. So the house kind of comes alive a little bit, which I've seen in a couple of builds this year, and I think it's a very good thing to do, is giving your house a subtle look of being alive, because then you're like, oh my god, I'm walking into a mouth, essentially, and that's dangerous, but you know. Okay, so we've got I think a cannibal on our hands, because yeah, that's pretty obviously a cannibal here. And then we've got some sacrifices going on, which are terrifying. Talvani works well with this. I like the Talvani furnishings with everything else looking so like nature took over. Black marble slab is a good way to go. In general, I really liked it the first time I saw it, because I felt like Akane put a lot of smart choices in here, and not just for scary, but also for aesthetic, and that works for me. So now we're going to start looking at the winners. In third place for large, no, let's start with the small. Third place for the small is Kolos Angel, who I don't know very well. Okay, still open. I'm not surprised there aren't many people around today. I just feel like, you know, we're in trouble, that this game is not going to be around much longer. if you look at the forums, it's actually quite depressing what they talk about. I tripped over your stream when you had my snugpod on the thumbnail in BMW. SF Slur. Hello! I am going to... You hear something? Well, yeah, what's your real name, though? Because is it SF Fessler? Because I don't recall going to a house with someone with that name. I'd be curious to know. We're looking at the winners of the Ocean Blade. Okay. I do remember Ocean Blade. Yes. So that I remember. And you're going to get a little prezzy from me because I send little presents to people who come and visit. Let me get open my list. Ugh, great. It's all sorted by house. That doesn't help me when I want to sort it by you. Sort it by dress. Thank you. Thanks for coming by. Oh, Scott Fessler. Okay. That makes sense. Ocean Blade. Which house of yours did I look at? You must have been one of the rich and not so famous. Which would make sense since I don't recognize your name. So, I do kind of recognize your name, but I don't know you that well. So this is the inside of Kolos Angels. I want to give an explanation to why I just have Okay, I got your mail. I did screenshot it, and I was going to Rosalie 1106. Okay, we'll check it out today. We'll check it out. I'm happy to visit recommended homes. So these are the ones in BMW that won. This was third place for their contest that they had for the small category. And this is Kolos Angel, who has gone with a very traditional kind of, creepy stuff kind of feel. I don't know if it's, maybe they were having like a Halloween party and then everybody got attacked by Mafala. I'm not really sure, but I could see that happening. Bah! Spiders are creepy. I'm not a spider person. Me no like spiders. Where's Mafala? I'm expecting Mafala at any moment. So something terrible happened here. Something that involves spiders and is terrible happened here, and it's very creepy, and I don't like it, which is why it's good. We're almost done with Halloween, folks. Can you believe it? It's been over, but we got until the 11th to do the holiday. And VFriend01, I want to say I've seen it. Let us see. That name sounds so familiar. Yeah, this is good. Very good. I can see why it came in. Why it placed. It's got... Spiders are hard for me, so I think that's why I kind of went through that one kind of quickly. There's spiders and then there's spiders, and that's just... Some guy in my writing class was telling the story, the old wives tale is such a horrible name, but the urban myth of which probably has some truth to it, of the person having the spider like lay eggs in their face and then it erupts. And he actually read this to the class, and cringing in the entire house was just, the entire room was palpable. Okay, yeah, I feel like I've seen it, but I don't know right off the top of my head. Maybe I've seen it a long time ago, because I don't recognize some of it. Like, I don't remember there being any house that I saw that had fire stick, like the witch warning sticks in the tree. So that's different. And they attached some of the other briar arts, because I don't think those are, some of these are natural, but some of them aren't, it looks like. Creating new plants by putting multiples together. More spiders. Oh God. Let's just keep walking. Spiders aren't my favorite thing. And then we go up here to a torture zone. However, even though it's a torture zone, it has a lovely seaside view. You all can see what you can do with this beautiful property. All you have to do is come in and clear out all of the torture devices. and other such horrific dead bodies and detritus as you see fit. Oh, this is funny. Funny in a scary way. People really made use of those dead bodies this year. I don't know that I really did that much of it. So the interior is another witch. It seems like another witch's coven house, which, frankly, it is an exorcised witch's house. So going with the actual theme is probably smart. So yeah, I'd say that's pretty spooky for the small house. And then the first place for the small or medium category is So Brandrand, which I don't know. So Brandrand? So Brandrand. I just copied it exactly like it said, so either the person changed their name or that's not working. So we'll move on to Queen Bee. Queen B5. There we go. Just so you know, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, but since all 5 people or however many are watching don't care, Skullord won for the large house, which I don't think any of us should be terribly surprised because what he made was pretty incredible. What lurks in the minds of Skullords. Oh, hello, Palms. So, Eleanor Crest Townhouse is a really interesting choice for a scary house. I hope this is Queen Bee's actual Halloween house and it didn't get changed because nowhere in the list of homes does it say which home they used. So, oh yeah, this looks scary to me. Like, there's something going on in here. Oh, hey, that's a smart thing to do with an Eleanor house, We do have the coffin type things, the sarcophagi. Why not make use of them? Does it? Saucy Jack is the true monster. We all know. And, that sword thing with the witch's head on it. It's a little terrifying. Okay, so we've got something's going on in here aside from someone just being laid to rest in there. That's a heart. Oh, and that's a bowl of blood. But you have to have your potatoes and carrots, right? Even when you have a diet of blood, you should get some vegetables. Something went down. Somebody's destroyed things. Now, who's going to eat that? Maybe it's for a dog, It's like everybody else is eating, so why don't they give the hellhound something to chew on? They like bones, don't they? Ooh, what's in here? That's actually really clever. I've never thought to do that. Just putting a light inside this canvas covered box makes it look like there's something spooky inside. So yeah, that's clever. An additional fireplace where they're cooking up more bones, as you do. I really feel like people should run with the whole idea of soups. You know how you boil bones for soups? They should put more cauldrons of soup. Oh Lord, cauldrons of soup. So everything being upside down, the first thing that comes to mind to me is Sheogorath, the god of madness, because in parts of his realm, everything is upside down. So I'm a little concerned. Yeah, bone broth, because when you see the bone broth, you'd be like, are they creepy or are they frugal? And that's the question. Oh, good. They let it so I can break and recreate that. So, like I said the other day, Numisma the merchant, they are Numisma ends up in some really bad situations. And once again, she is in a bad situation. She's caged up, and we're not going to let her out because we like Azabi and Fazez better. And we're horrible people. Once again, the Beholder, who I think is creepy but yet cute, because there's something clearly wrong with me. Spiderwebs. Treasure, as, obviously. What is that? That must be something oh, okay. When you look from a different position, it looks completely, I don't even know what it is from the direct side. Very strange. All right, so this is my shortcut since we already saw the rest. Ugh, can I even go over the fence? Like, what's going on here? I should be able to just easily. There we go. All right, so this is the bedroom, I'm thinking. That's actually really cute, like a clever little something, you know? It's like having a jewelry box fall over, but some of the drakes down there, which you can get from Crown Store, I think. That looks really good. You know, what happened here? Their jewels are still there, so they weren't robbed. What did happen? And everything's tossed aside, but then there's spider webs growing, so it's like this has been a while. Seems like. Oh my god, don't give me another hedge maze. How can you do this to me? 2-in-1 contest. No! Hedge mazes are evil. What is wrong with people? Do they really hate us that much? The real war hamster. No ears have mbop. Okay. But we're gonna do a shout out. Let's see if it works. Go. No. Let me try it in my screen. Because Warhamster helped me with this morning. So you should get a shout out. Work. Look, you did it. Thank you, Hammy. Really do follow Warhamster. He's on in the mornings, at least in my time. And he's really good. And he's a very laid back kind of guy. He's there. He's chatting with you while he's doing stuff. And he's so helpful. He was always willing to help people, even though, you know, I didn't even expect him to. And he helped me out. So I really appreciate that. So go follow him, because it's actually, he's one of the better streamers in terms of conversation. It's definitely a lively channel, and he's a good guy. So I think that we found what we were supposed to find. Hi, Sebedy, I'm lurking while watching TV with Humby. I can't hear you, though. That's okay, Nana. As long as you just look at here, let me type this. Just enjoy the views. No problem, Nana. Just enjoy the sights. Okay. So I probably should spell that completely wrong. I did spell that. I should have spelled it GHTS, but I'm sure she got the message. So, okay. This leaves one house. Cayu Michiro, which oh my lord, I'm supposed to spell this? Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can figure out how to spell this. Ah! J-Heart talking about me being on. He makes me so nervous because he's so talented and like powerful. All right, Cayu Michiru. It is the last house of the contest. And then we're going to start looking at houses like Rosalie's, who have been recommended to me to go and look at. And there's a bunch of them. Hello, Cranor. Nice to see you. We are looking at the second place winner of the BMW contest for Halloween houses. And number 1 was Skull Lord, so I don't think we need to see that again because we've all seen Skull Lord's amazing house. This is actually really unexpectedly moody, isn't it? I hadn't seen this house. Okay. That's scary. Nice, wow, and this is Lunar. I kind of didn't expect that this was Lunar Champion, because when you first come in, it looked like any number of, I guess on the sides I should have recognized it. Hey, Zana says. But when you look straight ahead, it could have been any number of Bosmer houses, you know what I mean? But no, it's Lunar Champion. More dead bodies. Oh, wait, it's not Numisma this time. It's the banker. And you know what? You can't even find the rest of his body. All you have is the second half of his body. Poor Tithis. It's being mushed again. That was popular this year. I saw at least 4 or 5 houses where people were smushing different people. I wonder, where's the black market for dead bodies coming from? You know, is Moloch Ball asking people to give him crushed bodies? Because it seems like it. So closing off the extra halls by having a tree grow out of it is actually... What is that? Oh, that must be the mechanical spider mount? Or is that just the regular... That looks like a Nyx to me, but I don't know if I recognize it. I hate the lights in this house because you can't not have them. But I think that what they've done with it is kind of incorporating it into the build is a good way of dealing with it. By putting this in, it's the Varden mount. It is just the Nyx. It looks armored though. I don't know. I have the Nyx. I don't know. But I think using the ball in the middle, it actually brings out the colors. So it like brings it all together in one nice little... You guys all missed it though yesterday. I had the cleavage. Man, I wore a dress that was so incredibly cleavagey. I was embarrassed. And like I actually canceled the stream into like 15 minutes in, mainly because I was a little bummed out, having a bad day, but also because it was just all boob. It was all boob, and it was embarrassing, and it's like I just kind of felt like this is neat. So this is the halls of the Colossus. Oh, spidery goodness, lots of spider webs. But put in a cave made of, I don't even think this is Daedric. This might be the lava plugs rock. But yeah, so I don't know that being super boobalicious is going to be my calling card because, like, I feel cheap doing it. It's like, if you want to look at houses, look at houses. If you want to look at boobs, there's sites for that. And it isn't necessarily me. I like the eyes they put in here. I'm not sure the eyes would actually be there, though. Wouldn't the eyes be on the side? I'm not sure. I think their biology might be a little off, but I think it definitely sends the message of there is something creepy looking at you. I don't know which way, if you can keep going. Oh, you can. Wow. Boobity Doom. I love that. I should start a new character called Boobity Doom and just have just huge ones. I don't know what class it would be. Probably Necromancer. Come up with some silly name. So yeah, I mean, this is usually a very idyllic kind of pastoral view, but instead here with all of the rocks covering everything, it looks scary, honestly. Looks unpleasant. The crystals are nice, except that I just don't like buying Crown Store stuff, but it looks good. Lots of... You know, I bet you they used the witch fart sticks and then just buried them in the ground to get this green to come up. And then they mixed it with the black tendrils. So that's a really cool effect of getting... You can get like a fog out of it. And that's really cool. No effects here. So I think that's just fart stick fog. And I guess this is the end of the road. Now, what would have been cool is if whoever is touring the house for Halloween was like hiding back here and did a jump scare. That would have been fun. I would have enjoyed that very much. Oh, is there a second pathway back? No, this is where it ends. Okay. No, that was really good. I think that was a really good Halloween house. So, done with the Halloween houses. And now we are off to Rosalie 1106. And we're going to see where all the money goes from Ocean Blade. Ocean Blade just came on earlier and said, you did my house, and there's a reason why there was only just one little hut there. It's because my wife gets all my money and builds this and puts all of it into her house. So it seems she has an earth tear. So lots of stuff to put in, lots of space to put all of her glowies and treasures. So let's see what she does with all of Ocean Blade's money. That's funny. It is really funny. I wouldn't give up my money so easily because I like to build. So here we go. Oh, this is pretty. Okay, Zabi and Fizez not being crushed or locked away in a cage somewhere. I just like to peek around the sides before I get going down the middle, so I'm not going to give anything away. Little crafting area here. Okay. Then we'll go all the way through. Earth Tear is difficult because it's not really like a normal path because there's so many hidden spots that you can't really, that you don't really know are there unless you've actually seen them before. All right, Meridia is my favorite statue. She's beautiful. You put one of those stone, or she puts one of those stones there too. So it's not just is it the normal Meridia statue, but there's also one of those glowy, poofy things that I'll never get because it requires some kind of dungeon that I'll never get to go through. So that's really cool. I like it. It's beautiful. I got her too the minute she came out, and I actually paid money for her. I didn't even mess around with gold exchange. I was just like, no, need it. She's mine forever and never, amen. So I grabbed her as quickly as possible. So I see there's an imperial rug here. So that's probably Crown Store. Some Iliad bookcases, and a lovely aquarium, actually. I'm wondering how she did the... I should know what's doing that, but I don't. The pink sparkles are coming from something that I should know what it is, and I don't recall what it is. But that is an item, not an effect. If I could just think of what it was. Varden fell on fire as usual. It's the purple glowy skull. Hectahame, I guess. Thank you. I know, I could stare at this all day too. It's just really pretty. She did a really good job. Yeah, it's the skull of Hectahame, which is really ugly, but it has a really pretty light. So that was a really good move on her part, using that as a light. I also like her putting flowers on the bottom of the trees. That's really lovely. Nice little elven seat throne over here. Play the harp. Oh, Debella being all debellicious. I could just be happy drinking my tea here and reading for hours. Looks like your wife's scoring all the points today. Certainly a big change from our scary houses we were just looking at, but that was kind of the point. I love the butterflies around the achievement flowers. That's really a nice touch. And also the glowing flowers kind of added like a candlelight dinner feeling. It's really nice. Yeah, there goes your money. Right there in that cheese. That's your money. Hope you enjoyed your cheese. So that's funny. Okay, look at that. I'm not sure entirely how she did that, except that she must have turned the grapes in such a way as to get leaves to poke up to look like. Because grapes, for some reason, the grapes are on an odd angle. So that actually took some fiddling to get that to look right. I appreciate it. Okay, so the fox is trying to get at the fish and the meat, so they hang it up there, and the fox learns to climb and is trying to steal it. That's actually a cute little mini story, you know, just thrown in there. And I'm happy to not see the zombie horses here. That these are just normal horses with normal skins. All right. Oh, so we've got a vineyard. There's no grapes because she picked them all. And she, or maybe it's a different kind of thing, but she picked them and she's making them into wine. It's after the season they've been harvested. Makes sense. You could sit here and fish. This is lovely. I saw a little, it's like a shrine over here, so we're going to go over to the shrine and take a look. Maybe it's just a candle, but it's a shrine to somebody. Oh, it's a kitty. I wonder if it's a shrine to a lost pet. That's actually really sweet if that's what it is. I'm losing my cat right now. He hasn't passed away. He's overdue like 3 months for having died, but he's just on trucking, you know? He isn't quitting. Fishing, horses, food, swimming. I think it's actually a resort. It could be. I don't know. I'm figuring it out with you. So this is the back area that oftentimes people don't know is there because it's almost like secret. The other thing you can do is you can actually build all the way up to that top of that um, waterfall, and there's a lot of extra space that I've seen people actually put entire sets of tables, you know, all the crafting tables, putting them all up in the air, getting them out of the way so you can still enjoy the view, but still have all of your tables. We got a little Alanori feel back here. And this is nice, in this little bar. There's your money too, right there in that rolling pin. And those lamps. I could just tell you where your money went because I can see these different things and I know how much they cost. And yeah, your money's gone, man. So here we go. We've got a nice little, it just looks like a little terrace over here. Very pretty. Okay, here's something that I often advocate that people do. Putting two beds together and then putting lots of pillows so that it looks like it's one bed. And that's really cute. The Alien gates as a fire gate is a very good move. I like that. That's expensive. That's one of those special paintings. The butterfly bush, doggies playing. It's just really pretty. This is a very lovely place. And I think Nana Terra is right that you could just come here and relax. But yeah, this is beautiful. Lots of pretty things. Oh, what is your item count? 675 to 700. She's got 25 more items to fill it up. Oh, a little painting area. You know, that's great with the Talvani shelves right next to it. That really works. I like that. And then you take a bath down here in privacy with the wedding lamps in the water. I've always been a fan of putting those in any kind of water, so I think she did a really good job. She's really quite talented. I'm actually really, really impressed. It's a beautiful home. I am trying to pull open. I get messages from people a lot asking me to take a look at their homes, and I save them and then I forget to look and go, okay, here we go. Angel and Celestine just sent me a nice letter. Okay, Flimmy. Oh, I don't want to do Flimmy unless Flimmy's here. Because Flimmy's often here, so I don't need to just wait until he's on. Whoop. Maggie May, Hall of the Lunar Champion Tours. Well, let's see what Maggie May 9393 has going. I may have seen it. Oh, she does. I never would have guessed. Assassin-y area behind the painting. Does she hide here and kill people? Is this where she... I must have gone down the wrong way. Hydra Emperor. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's because I spend all my time looking at houses because I want to make people feel loved and know that people actually care what their homes are, you know, look like. Tucked away other end. Okay. I'm really bad at following directions. So, to the right. Back here. I'm bad at directions, man. I'm not gonna lie. Is this it? Yeah, I loved Skyrim. I miss the building system in Skyrim. Yes, this must be it. This is very nice. Now I see all the mushrooms growing that you can easily pull off the wall. Yeah, I like it. Now, Maggie May, I believe, has a stream of her own, and I think she's featured one of my homes in it, which not my favorite home. I think it was my Lunar Champion, and I'm not really sure why that one got picked, but I'm not complaining. Whatever. I'm happy about it being picked. But yeah, I miss. They used to have amazing houses in Skyrim where you could just put everything up, all your weapons up, and every book you collected up. I used to alphabetize my library because there's nothing better to do with my time than alphabetizing a digital library in my house in Skyrim. And that would be after I did all of the alchemy combinations you possibly could do, including the ones that don't work. Yeah. The mod Jackson's Positioner. Huh. That's cool. That I didn't know. That was in Skyrim? Wow. Okay, so here we've got effects. I can see that. We've got 103 effects, 600 out of 600 items. So this is full. This is Maggie May's house. And I'm already in love because it's got this beautiful serene feeling going on with the trees. These trees can be difficult because Cardi's trees often have this weird look to them. They're one of the things I want to help him fix, but the way that she did it, mixing them in with real trees, I think it really works. So this was very good. I think she did a really good job on that. Wow, she knows what she's doing. No, wait, can I not get up? Okay. Well, here's a place that I haven't seen anybody building in Matisen before. This is Matisen. Um, is this little corner here? I've never seen anybody actually turn this into anything. This is usually just wasted space. But she's got a little sitting area built by just using some of the limestone and some pillows and tables. It makes it look like I would just want to sit here and eat all the bread because I'm a breaditarian. Some people are addicted to, other kinds of food. For me, it's bread. Don't care about meat, don't care about anything else. I would be a carbaholic for the rest of my life. Okay, so we're in the back by the fountain. And this is an effect, I think. Yeah, that's an alien tree design in EHT that you can... Oh, look at this. Oh, goodness. Wow. Totally unexpected little nook. We've got Azura. So basically, she's got underneath this alien tree, she's got a little cave area almost with a shrine to Azura. And she's got a fish tank. Wow. An EHT fish tank, mostly. Although some of those coral things are real. I think it was Cry Havoc 101 who had asked Cardi to put the coral in, but I had done it. I had asked him way before, but he's always so busy that Cry actually got him to do it. So those corals are, look how real that they look compared to the real thing. So I think that they really work. But they're going to flicker out because of layering. EHT and layering, it's a pain. But she did a good job given that EHT has its limitations. She put the fishies in, and then that's the kelp background from EHT. And I think it's very pretty. And, you could just sit here and enjoy the fish while you're praying to the shrine or something. I don't know. Okay, so something's going on out here. I'm not sure what yet. So this is the exit from the second floor. So she built up to this. And I'm supposing that this is like a little Japanese garden almost. You have the bridge over the lotuses and the lotuses? Is it lotuses or loti? I don't even know. And then up here you have a little, am I supposed to be up here? Yeah. Okay. So here's another nook where she's got a very pretty painting of Oridon, and then that's fake too. That's one of those Redguard gilded things, but you can put it in with EHT, and it actually looks like it belongs there. And then the paper lanterns are always a win with these cherry trees. So she did a really pretty little area over here. I like this a lot. This is a nice garden. Very peaceful. I do want to start in the beginning though. I don't want to go in from the back. So here we go. Whoa! What's going on in here? Whoa! Lots of things. All right, once you're inside, you are transported to a very Somerset-like Oridan area. And the floors are part of EHT as well, and they're done very well. The size of the tiles is good. This is just a normal like texture that you can get in Essential Housing Tools. So this is very well used. And you know, you would think with the patterns that there would be too much pattern going on. I don't think so. I think it works quite well. The fountain, and then I'm assuming we go through the tree. Yeah, but these are even nicer. I like these floors in here are very pretty. And then she's got almost like lit up walls as opposed to wallpaper. I would personally have turned down the brightness of those walls, but I think she's going for that though. And here you have the actual real flooring coming in through, which actually looks beautiful. It looks like just someone did additional gilding to the tiles. So that's nice. Closing off the house because clearly she has a ton and a half of different furnishings outside. But look at how clear this is. It's almost like you're standing there on a clear day and you're looking out at the mountains around you from a gazebo or a terrace or something. It's a very peaceful feeling. I like it a lot. So we keep on going through. I like her usage of pictures to represent more of the house that you maybe can't see. This is another spot that's usually a wasted space, and I like that she used it by putting the limestone edges in here like a seat and the ivy around it. She's created a little nook that otherwise may have been ignored. Now you could just sit there and read. And this is the backside room, which is usually all the way open, so it's not even a room, but she's turned it into a room by adding walls. And that's another texture in Essential Housing Tools. And so it's a very cozy. I have a feeling this is supposed to be a bathtub. Sometimes people put snow into their bathtub or sarcophagi or whatever to represent bubbles. So I have a feeling that that's what that is. The candle with everything else, it does make sense. I think it is supposed to be a bathtub, and that's a very pretty bath area. And then back here is, goodness, this room usually seems so much smaller than this. And not only is it not smaller, she built it in, like, because she put an additional wall here, an additional, this fireplace here is additional. She brought it out, yet the room seems bigger. And I think that's because of what she's done with effects here. She's got, this beautiful view. I'm not sure what painting that's from. And then the walls, she has those kitchen tiles. And using the small kitchen tiles, she's made it seem bigger. Pushing two beds together. I'm not sure what this is. What is this? Maybe it's from upstairs. I don't think she intended for us to see that. Okay. So yeah, this is a lovely room that looks bigger than it actually is. Strangely. I'll show you as a contrast my Hogwarts, which I've started to take apart. But I'm assuming this is like a little garden area up on the second floor. Almost like an interior terrarium. It's very nice. Parquet flooring? Yes, parquet flooring. Of course. It's a pond. Why I ask is because I would have thought that somebody who's so familiar with EHT would have put water in there. because EHT is very simple to put water in there. So I think my initial thought was that too, but now I'm thinking maybe it's just a garden. I'm not sure. Maybe it's, I can't tell. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't really get it because she's very attracted to the different textures. I would have thought. Who knows? Who knows what she intended? It's. I like it the way it is, regardless. So my favorite, the Breton carpets. You got the Breton carpet on the walls here. I love putting them on the floor, but that's an interesting. These are interesting paintings that I never would have. Is this the way you go out? Yeah, and so we're back at the beautiful garden. So yeah, she closed off half the house so that she had enough items to be able to do what she wanted to do with the beautiful outside. So I think that's she did a good job. Trying to find my pictures of names that I wrote down of people who wanted me to check out their house. I have multiple. I'm blind as a bat lately. I've been leaning forward. I didn't used to, so I don't know really where this is coming from. It's very, very recent. Let me just show you my Matisse, because I went with Hogwarts. It was my first age girl. Huh? Oh, yeah, I know, I'm old. Shush. I'm old, but I'm smart. Well, I used to be smart. I'm losing that, too. So, Matisse Manor was my first actual attempt at a serious build. You know, I had done other things before, but I hadn't decorated a house. This was the first house I crown bought. And I just basically tortured myself over whether or not to do it. It has no effects in it, and it used to, but they all got wiped out. But this was intended to be Hogwarts, and when you first walk in, you get these spooky trees buried in there. Okay. Which one would you want me to check out, Jacinfer? Just let me know. So, yeah, so I buried those in there. A lot of this stuff is going to be missing because I've been cannibalizing, but this was intended to be a Christmas build. Christmas at Hogwarts. And what used to happen with EHT was when you walked through, it would light up. Okay, that works. We can do that. I feel like Jacinfer, I've had stuff written down for you. I can't find it. Anyway, so then this was the sorting hat. But if you turn the sorting hat on, it almost looks like the sorting hat is magical because it has these sparks coming off, and that's supposed to be Hedwig. So apparently I think I went back through and added EHT stuff when initially it didn't have it. Now this is what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. It's an old house of mine. This used to have all sorts of gardens, but I've completely ripped it apart. But here's the thing. This is that same room I was telling you about that she built out. Look at how much smaller it really is. It's actually just tiny when you look at it compared to what hers looked like. I think she did a really good job. Yeah, I cannibalized. This used to have a green glow because this was supposed to be, not Sithis. This is the snake side. Slytherin. So this used to be, I thought, the Slytherin dorms. So I put a snake in here, and this had a green fire, and all of this was very much my Slytherin dorm. But do I even have a light on me that I could just stick in here? No. Okay. So there you go. That's what that was. This was supposed to be the gardening area. I took that apart. I'm doing exactly what I tell people never to do, which is don't cannibalize your builds, let them live. But I got so irritated. Yeah, that's what was originally there, but I ripped it out. This used to have a one of those Sijic balls in it, and this was the thing you look into, this scrying bowl. Um, I can't remember my Harry Potter. The pensieve, and this was Dumbledore's office, and I had the Griffin. I don't know why I took the Griffin away. The Griffin, I had the Griffin as a stand-in for a phoenix. And I had fire behind him, so the guy he had looked like he was the phoenix. You gotta remember, this is really, really early on for me, so it's not very good. But I wanted to show you in terms of, you know, what is the comparison of size. Where is my Griffin? Maybe I've lost my Griffin. That's kind of funny. I don't know where it is. I must have like passed it like 100 times and don't see it. There it is. Okay. So I had the Griffin right here, and then I had some fire behind him. And what I was going to do is animate and have him go poof, and then just feathers drop to the ground, you know, those quill feathers. I decided to not do it. This used to be a schoolroom. I took this apart. I really need to just regather all of this stuff and put it back together and make it into what it was, because I shouldn't decimate my builds like this, especially when I'm telling other people not to. This is just the library of Hogwarts. Now this used to light up where every single one of these candles would go in and out depending on where you were. Like if you were over here, they'd be off, and then when you walked over here, they would all turn on. So there's these beautiful, you know, this was supposed to be the main hall. And this had a feast on it, but I stole it. I stole the feast. So this was just, you know, what's funny is the amount of time that it actually took to do these trees and these garlands. And in the end, it was like, no, you really didn't see it. You know, you almost can't tell. But these took forever to get to look the way that I wanted them to look, like the proper draping, the proper everything. Like when you're first starting out, the things that you think are going to be important end up not being important. And I guess it's the same thing with writing, so it's probably a good thing that I'm doing NaNoWriMo and all that. So this was supposed to be Gryffindor, and so I put it, you know, the other colors and whatnot. And so I figured they had a Christmas tree in Gryffindor. This is before we had Christmas trees. So this is, you know, this is my rendition of a new life tree. And then, of course, you know how you get in and out of Gryffindors behind the paintings. So my thought was, you know, make people have to go behind the painting in order to get to Gryffindor. And then we're back. So this is what it used to sort of kind of look like, but I ended up taking it apart. And most of it is now in other homes of mine. All right, we're going to go to Dracenfer's house because they very nicely asked. We'll go look. It was a lot of work, and I was very proud of it at the time. But, you know, as you grow as a builder, sometimes you get ashamed of things you once thought were great. And I really wish I wasn't so hard on myself. Luckily, I have all of that saved. All of that saved in Essential Housing Tools. So should I wish to put it all back together again, all I have to do is press a button, and as long as I have items in my inventory, it will put them back where they were. So that's my excuse. I'm like, I'm not really cannibalizing my build. It's still there. So this should probably be my last one because I'm getting a little tired here. But this is Essential Housing Tools. Let me see. Did I not? How is it possible that I have not visited your home? Did you just make this an open house today? Because usually I'm within a day I'll go to any open houses. All right, you got 46 out of 2,000 effects and 700 of items. 2 months and I missed it? That's bizarre. I don't know how that happened. I'm wondering if it's a bug or if it's something that I've done wrong. But okay, so out here you have a little service station. The fountains have to jump and swim around and walk. We need them in real life. This is an especially nice fountain. I'm not actually sure which one it is, but I like how you used that Vardenfell crystal. I've seen this one a lot of places, but I just don't remember the name of it. But this is a nice little service station, and I see too that you achievement furniture. Okay. Um, I see here too that you used those elsewhere lamp strings. Those are really nice. They also have them in EHT now, and they look convincingly real without spending the crowns. I have a thing from the view. I have a thing for the view from here. I think it's beautiful. Oh, I see what you did. You put virtual reality sky up. That's cool. One of the skies from EHT. Make it look like you're in a hologram or something. That's neat. And then we go up here and try not to die. All the centered... Oh, look at what you did! I tried to build one of those. One of those centered rock arches. Couldn't get it to look right. But you've made it look right. That looks beautiful. And it looks natural. It almost looks like something you would see out in Clockwork area. You know, you would see this. And even the red ivy kind of goes. I think this is really nice. Yeah, this is gorgeous. And you look out at the world, real or fake. Yeah, it is. Centered rock is an underappreciated item in our game that we can use more often to create interesting textures and builds. Like, you know, this is, you've created a little room here in a way, a naturally built room. I know this is that achievement thing, which I'll never get, I think. I wish I had it, but I like the way you used it as the little payoff at the end of finding things. And then we've got the sky shard, and yeah, so definitely enjoying the centered rock area here. Is that EHT? No. And then you've got a trophy room. As one should have a throne in their trophy room to view their achievements in life. I like what you did with the statue. You used the portal from the set, from the Vivek set. The Daedric set. And you just put the portal there. That looks really neat. So he looks like he's holding a portal. See, this is actually my brag room. This is all my degrees and everything, and I like to sit and regard them. I just need a throne now. So yeah, I haven't even gone inside yet, and I'm super impressed. So, okay, I can't get over there yet. So let's go inside. Yeah, it really is. And I'm glad that you had me come check it out. I'm going to be stalking your homes now. Is that... Did you get Volendrung? Is that Volendrung? Because I don't know. You must have Volendrung, and I just don't know... How do I think I'm unlimited visitor. I don't think I can press it. The base? Oh! Congratulations. Wow. It's beautiful. I'm so jealous. That's really impressive. Congratulations on that. You earned it. This is smart. That must be Aether that you put behind the key blank. That's, I believe, PvP or Battlegrounds or something incredibly hard that we'll never do. Let all never do. I shouldn't speak for you. I like how you put lights within each of these display cases. Otherwise, it's really hard to see what's inside. And you've got a little crafting area. I'll go back out and check out that other side that I didn't check out. You want me to walk across the middle. Oh, from up there? Okay. I'm going to walk across the middle portion. Oh, I didn't see this pathway, that's why. No, I got it now. I'm looking. Okay. This must be the one you use all the time. The one, I can't remember the name. One of the stones of some sort. But that's very nice. Portals. I see a portal through the portal. That's clever. Oh, I want to get this so bad. The wind bells. It's so pretty. I don't know. I haven't been doing the, Oh, it's not supposed to be visible? You could probably push it behind. Very easily push it behind. Yeah, those are Knarthy's wind bells, and you can get them from the achievement furnisher in southern elsewhere, which I have not yet finished the quest line, so I don't have that, and I don't even have the guy unlocked. I've just been so down on ESO lately that I find it kind of difficult to even get into it enough to do the main quest line. Plus, I've been doing so much between NaNoWriMo writing, my class, streaming, and we had guests this weekend. It's crazy. I haven't had enough time. So, okay, now I'm going to enjoy the rest of the interior. So, whee! Breaking your Nedic org on you. You should hide something in that. It's more fun that way. Poor Malakath. Chestnuts are roasting by the open fire. Poor Malakath. Sorry, I'm sick. I find that amusing. Anyway, I'm noticing a lot of set furnishings here. I'm hoping that you were able to get them with gold. Because I love these set furnishings. But you know what's funny is that, like, I buy them and then, excuse me, like half of them are just sitting in my storage house doing nothing. Okay, I kind of want that transparent justice diamond thing, but I feel bad spending that much money on it even though I have it. I just feel like it's overpriced for what it is. I like how you have the actual sky shard pointing out of it, so it looks like it is transparent justice, but still. These are expensive too, but I use them for eyes and things. Like I have a wolf who has a wolf building that has this as eyes. Vivek hanging out by his pool. Oh, you guys ever see this? Cracks me up every time. When you sit on Vivek's couch, it makes you do the whole Vivek thing. It should make you levitate, too. And be a real stuck-up, pompous jerk. It cracks me up. Every time I do that, I crack up. So you've really made a Vivek-y type room here, I see. Very Vivek-y. If one can be Vivek-y, you are Vivek-y. So yeah, okay, so that means there's a downstairs still, right? That I may have not yet seen. Let's go on down. I can go behind the throne for treasure. Which throne? You mean Vivek's throne? Or did you mean the one outside? Because I'm not going back outside right now. Oh, you also have the awesome doors. I hate you. Alright, I'm going. I hate you with love. I'm just jealous. Oh! This is something Vivek would do. Secret away all the treasure and paintings that are worth a fortune and just stick it all behind. Just keeping it for himself so that other people can't have it. He's not my favorite god anymore. He's kind of got me a little... I see what you did there with the Vivek symbol up top. It's very subtle, but I like it. One of these days, I'll get this door. Maybe. Possibly. Probably not. Alright, down we go. Again, if I can. Alright, so this is another crafting room. This must be a little bit of more of a sofa seal each type room. Sofa seal ish. Oh my goodness, you bought more than one of those translucent justice or transparent justices. It's such a stupid name, isn't it? It's a stupid name for anything, let alone a diamond. I mean, does it ever even explain why it's transparent justice? Like, what does that even mean? Like, who's justice and what does it? I don't even know what it really does. It's very confusing. But I like what you've done here. You've made it into a laser, clearly, and you have it doing something to that ball of fluid. That's an interesting. Very well done. This is where all your money went. I can tell you. Just in transparent justice. That's a good way of using that otherwise ginormous thing. I have this, and I don't know what to do with it. It's just a big old knob. I'm like, what am I going to use a big old knob for? I mean, there's so many things that I have that I will never use that I should just pick them all up and put them in one, like, really surreal house. Like, just create a house of stuff I will never use. And just stick it together to be some sort of surreal weirdness. But anyway, I love the house. Very good job. You did an excellent job, and I'm going to be checking out the rest of your homes. I'm really impressed, and I'm thanking you for stopping in and telling me about it. Imagey, thanks for the follow. Sorry, I forgot to tell you earlier. But this is very impressive. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get together, and yeah, bedroom. Where is the bedroom? Did I miss it? I don't know this house very well because I don't own it. It's where you shove all your stuff. The door in the basement? Okay. I have a, like for me, I have a storage house. I don't do anything as clever as all this. It really is. It's really good. So I missed this whole part of the house because I didn't even know this was here. It's like a little reading room. This is the EHT map. And then the hist. I love the hist. The hist is so cute. I love how fat and cute it is. And I think it's adorable. It should be a centerpiece. And I'm glad you put it as a centerpiece because it makes me happy. The hist is a happy tree. Although it's probably not happy here because there's no swamp. But whatever. It's a replica. So yeah, no, this looks really cool. This is a very arcane bedroom. I like it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start making lists of some of the homes from people who want me to visit them. I can speak, really I can, and then spend some time looking at homes from people who want me to go and look at their homes, because so far every time somebody's recommended a house to me, they've all been spectacular. So this is really good and I appreciate it. So I'm gonna call it because I'm pooped and I have a lot to do. So I will catch y'all later, and good luck on Trader Flip tonight. Best of luck to you and your guilds, okay? And I will see y'all tomorrow, maybe Tuesday? Tuesday. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, thank you, Nana. See you soon.